Welcome back to the Magic Minds podcast. I'm Matt Burke and we are Liberties' #1 podcast. We're the best podcast in the Liberties. Yes, up the Liberties. We have a great interview for you today. This is with a young man called Christopher O Reilly. He's a co-founder of the Liberties Soup Run. And how this interview came about, I was chatting to his uncle Fran, who's also a founder member in the charity. Then we got a bit of negative press and I seen him out at the Tree of Hope and I ran out and I asked him about it. We done a quick live Facebook. And it was absolutely brilliant. And he mentioned Christopher now, and I didn't know that young man was involved. So I said I'd love to interview him, and it was brilliant, really, really brilliant. Because Christopher has had a difficult past, with mental health, drug addiction, and he got himself sorted. He got into rehab. He found God. He found love in his heart, compassion, and it was brilliant. I love watching the journey. As he was telling me the interview, the work that they're doing. They're really doing amazing work in the Liberties. So it was lovely to share that story. And he just oozes compassion, empathy, love and kindness, and he's using his past as a stepping stone to the future. And it was just brilliant. It was great to watch and listen to in the interview. And I know he got a lot out of it. I sent the interview after, and himself and his wife watched and listened to it and really loved it. And I'm delighted about that. So look, hopefully you will get as much out of it as I did. It was really inspirational to me. So, as always, I want to thank Noel Riley from Rooney Media Graphics, Andy from libertyphotos.ie. If you need any photos, he's your man. Bar mitzvahs, weddings, confirmations, communions, he's your man. Get in touch, libertyphotos.ie. Shannon's Hope Line, Mental Health Warriors, and the Liberty Soup Run doing amazing work in the Liberties. And then to you guys, thanks very much for all the support that you give us on social media, Facebook, all the messages we get in. Are brilliant and really inspire us, and that's what we're all about in the Magic Minds podcast. Stories that have the power to inspire. That's our heart brand. Our role, our mission, our aim is to inspire people to make change. We're changing, so we're hoping to inspire you to make change in your life, make change in your family, and then out to your community. Let's create this ripple effect of inspiration. So please keep sharing our podcast, share our work, share our stuff on social media. Get in contact, engage with us. We absolutely love hearing people comments, views, opinions, ideas. It's absolutely fantastic because we are a community podcast and we really like engaging with people. So that just leaves me to say, mind your little self, have a fantastic day and enjoy the interview. Bye bye. Okay, we're live. Welcome back to the Magic Minds podcast. I'm Matt Burke. On the show today, I am joined by Christopher O Reilly. Christopher, what's the crack?
How are you doing, Matt? You well?
I'd usually shake your hands, but we'd have social distance.
I respect you in that. I respect you in that.
Good, guys. So I've asked Christopher to come on the show today. Christopher is the co-founder of the Liberties Soup Run. He's from the Liberties. And we want to know what they do here, what's going on, but also I want to know about Christopher's background and how he got to this point. I'm always interested in people's stories when they start something fantastic like this, and which it is. They're doing amazing work here in the Liberties. I want to know what's the backstory. So let's tap into that. How are you getting on at the moment with the whole COVID-19 yourself and the family?
Yeah, well, we're getting there, Matt. It's like everything, I work in the building again, so obviously I'm out of work and I'm at home with 4 young kids with the wife. So we're at home, we're trying to do activities like everybody, just trying to fit in and keep busy and keep safe, But it's very hard with 4 kids in your face all the time, yourself, man. So that's why we're down here. We come down here every morning, we do our bits and pieces, and we try to go on walks, and we're trying to fit in with the community as well, meeting new people, meeting neighbours that we never spoke to before, talking to them. So it's bringing us together rather than separating us, if you get me.
Oh, 100%, 100%. I was only talking to somebody last week, Katie Board, she's a psychologist, and we were talking about the whole language around social distancing. They should have had a think about this, when people hear social distance, they're keeping away from each other. Yeah. We're really connected. It should have been safe distance, maybe. What do you think?
Oh, definitely, definitely. And I think it's a good point, and they should bring that in because, as I said, back to we're meeting people I never even talked to, pass by in the corridor where we live, and now we're stopped. Because I might be the only person they see during the day, Matt, so we're stopping and having a yap and saying, gee, she's a really nice girl. Before you'd be saying, you wouldn't even look at the girl.
Yeah, so you're too busy. You're
too busy, you run around, and you think that she wouldn't have anything to do with you, but now all this is going on, it's just great community spirit.
Yeah, it's 100%.
It's a positive thing out of it instead of a negative thing.
Yeah.
I know there's loads of deaths and it's terrible, but again, there's the positivity around. You see yourself, Matt, around the community, what's happening.
Oh, 100%.
And it was something like this to take, and please God, when it's over, this keeps up the spirit and the community spirit, so.
Yeah, absolutely. How has this COVID-19, how has that impacted what you do here in this job with the Liberty Soup Run?
Well, with the Liberty Soup Run, Matt, we used to open on a Thursday and Friday night. So we got a call from, when the COVID-19 started, for the Little Flower Penny dinners, which are amazing, right? They gave us a call, myself and Fran, and asked, would we be able to open in the mornings, because they had to close their canteen because of social distance. They couldn't bring all the clients in. So we said, yeah, we work with you, no problem. So they started giving us soup and sandwiches. So what happened, we done that for the first week or so. And more families came that wouldn't have went to the Little Flower, asking for extra help, like food. We've no food, coming to us crying at the centre, bringing them in, telling us their stories and saying, and nearly bringing tears to me and Fran's eyes. Sometimes me and Fran be crying, like, you know, listen to these stories. So that's where it all kicked off, man. You know, and then as we gave one parcel out to one family, the word got out. We're down here helping the community, not only homeless. Now our priority is number one, homeless, and it always will be. But while this is going on, it's just heartbreaking, man. The amount of people that's coming looking for help. And you know, people we know, people we grew up with, and we're only too glad to help, you know. So again, it's heartbreaking, yeah.
Oh, unbelievable. Like, not only are these people starving, they're struggling, but then they feel like they're losing their dignity, coming down to ask somebody that they may have grown up with.
Yeah,
and it's lovely that you can do that. And I genuinely mean this when I say I don't know too much about your background or Will, but I know Fran, and he's a genuinely lovely guy. I know that you are too.
Gentleman.
So it's nice for a friendly face to be here, and they wouldn't feel judged, and it's an accepting charity.
But not only that, Matt, like, I do see people in the queue and they're almost standing there in shame, you know. And myself and Frank go down, we try and encourage them, you know, look at, don't be ashamed, look at. Sometimes, Matt, days at home, I don't have any money and I need help as well. And we're all in this together. You know, no one, like, we all need to pull together in this and help each other. And again, with the support of the community. But not only that, like, in the background as well, myself and Frank, after the Super Run ends every day, we deal with families that's too ashamed to come down. You know, that's saying, no, I couldn't go down, I wouldn't be able to queue for fuel, can you help us? So we make hampers here during the day as well, and we get them out during the day as well to people, you know. And even when we're dropping in the house, we say, well, make sure no one sees you coming in, or, you know, so it's the embarrassment and the guilt, and, you know, but again, we love all the homeless people, we love everybody in the neighbourhood, and we're here to show them love and show them that we're here to help them, and don't be ashamed, you know.
Yeah, that's lovely. I'm really impressed that you said one thing you just said to me just a minute ago there, that some days you're struggling, some days you don't have money, and people think, like when I do the podcast, people think my mental health is bang on, they see me active on social media, they think I'm sore, and when people then see I'm struggling, they're a bit taken back by that, but we're only human, like me and you were talking off the camera here, we're all struggling, we're all just practicing, we're all just trying to get along. You might be running this charity, but you have your own difficulties in life.
Well, there's days at home where you wouldn't have a bottle of milk, I'd have to ring your mother for lend €50, you know, so I don't want people thinking like, oh, we're down here, we don't need anything. Sometimes I need things, sometimes I need help. Sometimes I struggle to go to Fran, have a yap with Fran, and, you know, Fran, look, I'm having a struggle today, can have a yap with me. I have other people and go to and talk to, and, you know, so I'm not perfect, and as you said, no one's perfect. I've yet to meet the perfect person. You know, when anybody says they are perfect, I just don't believe, you know, because we all have our struggles, Matt, you know.
100%,
and again, it's behind closed doors, you know, we can all put a brave face walking around the streets, you know, but when you go home at night and behind them doors, that's where the battle starts, you know.
Yeah, fair play to you. I'm delighted you share that vulnerability with me.
And that's from the heart, you know,
I absolutely feel it. Let's take it back a little bit to we know where you are now. Tell us a little bit about growing up. You don't have to go too deep. Just give us set the stage.
Yeah, so I'm 35 now. I grew up in the Liberties. I was born and reared in Marble Lane. Came from a family of five mother and father and 5 brothers and sisters. Good upbringing, you know. I was never in trouble growing up. I used to love fixing cars with my father, stuff like that, you know. My father's a truck driver. I'd go on continental deliveries with him. So it was a good upbringing, you know, but we hadn't got everything, you know. We were poor, like back in the 80s and the 90s. We hadn't got a lot of, my mother and father hadn't got a lot of money. So we were happy with what we had, you know. So, so as time went on, then I had my teenage years, I done my junior cert, stuff like that. I just started drinking alcohol then. There was a bit of a problem going on with my mother and father, I won't go into too much of that. But they ended up separating anyways, and it struck me hard, it took it hard, you know. And I went kind of off the rails, you know. Started drinking alcohol, not going home. My mother was staying with me nanny at that time, you know, and I was staying all over the place. And even though I had the support there, I wasn't taking, you know. I was young, I was wild, and that was it. It just 20 years of madness then, like taking drugs. I think I've took every drug, man, you can name, you know.
Yeah, so I am that soldier.
Yeah, you know, but in all that, I was still a good person, man. You know, even the addiction took over my life, man. You know, when I wasn't like drunk or on drugs or whatever what I used to do, I was a good person. And I was a good person, and I know I was a good person. I'd help people and I'd be there for people. They'd ring me and I'd be the first one there, you know. But just that addiction just took over my life, man. You know, it was, I don't know how to explain it. It just spared me out of control, you know. It was horrible, you know.
We were talking earlier just off camera about the uncertainty. No blame, no, I don't do any blame in life when I look back. With your parents breaking up, was it the uncertainty of life? Not all of a sudden you lived in this, okay, we were struggling, but it was a structured bubble. Then all of a sudden it was broke away and you're like, where the hell do I go now?
Yeah, well, this is the thing. Yeah, you're right, man, because it was like a structure. You had a structured life, a daily routine, and then when this separated, where do I go? My father or my mother, you know, and the two of them were kind of arguing all the time. So I wanted to go with my father, I wanted to go with my mother. So I was battling, you know, in between, and that's where the drink come in, man, you know. And
you probably didn't have a language to express your feelings or emotions. Yeah, and I'm sure your parents, no blame again, they wouldn't have known how to deal with that. They wouldn't know what to be saying to you, because they were growing up in an environment like that. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Same as me, I had all these problems and feelings, but I just didn't have a language around it. And it's no blame. It's just, it just is.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, man, it's a hard one, you know, and I still have that memory in my head, you know, and but to be honest with you, it was the best thing that happened to my mother and father was to go their separate ways, because now my mother's living in a super life, you know, my father's having a good life also, and I don't say they go on like, but they talk, you know, and God forbid if they were still together, what would it be like now? What would I be like now? So I think God put his hand on me many years ago, back when I was 16, and just, you know, this had to happen for a reason, you know. He let me go down that rocky path for them many years, and he grabbed me back out.
Can we just tip into the dark days? Was there a turning point, or was it just a gradual slide down the hill with the drink, the drugs, mental health?
Yeah, well, it was an ongoing thing, man. You know, it was. Look, I thought I was a macho man. If you want to say, I was untouchable, and I was doing everything. I was selling drugs, taking drugs, everything, and you know, messing up, owing people money. You know, went to prison a couple of times, like for crimes I done. Come out of prison, I said I'm gonna change. You know, I'm gonna come out of prison for my wife, for my girlfriend Lisa at the time, for her sake, and I had the young lad Nathan. Come out of prison, same thing again. Went off the rails again. So this is an ongoing thing, and then the addiction got heavier, man, from alcohol to cocaine to harder drugs. Every drug I took, man, you know. And eventually I just hit rock bottom, man. You know, I was on my knees, you know, suicidal a couple of times, and just didn't want to be here, you know.
It was that soldier too.
Yeah, just didn't want to be here, and I'm not ashamed to say it, man. You know, and you know, I went into hospital 6 there for a number of months on 2 or 3 occasions, you know, to try to get the help again. But while I was in there, still doing the addiction, meeting people, taking pills and all this type of stuff. So I was still in the madness, even though I wanted to help. I was crying out for help, but I couldn't get it, you know, man. So I just continued on with that madness, and then till one day, I just hit rock bottom. I ended up on harder drugs. I don't want to say the name, you know what I'm talking about. But I ended up on that, and I got really bad, man. You know, I was going to lose everything. My wife, Lisa, she was going to throw me out. I was going to lose the kids, family, home. So I said, I need to do something, you know. So I locked myself, my mother and my girlfriend locked me into a room for a couple of days. And I got over the addiction part of it. So I started looking for help then. A friend of the wife's came, and she knew a place called Tiglin. So I rang them. Now I didn't want to go, man. I was only kind of going to please the family, you know. I didn't want to, it wasn't for me, but even though I wanted it. So I gave it a go. I was waiting 6 weeks to get in. I eventually got the call on one Wednesday evening. I was coming out, I lived in Dalton's Barn at the time, coming out. Sean Donoghue, the guy that worked down there, he rang me. Got the call, he said, Chris, he said, there's a bed there tomorrow if you want to go. I would just start bawling, crying, and said, lovely, this is it, this is time. Went up, packed my bag, and next day gone to Tiglin. You know, so, and this is where the life changed around, man.
What was it about that, you know? About
Tiglin?
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, I didn't know I knew it was Christian based, but I didn't know, I thought Christian based. My Christian was going to church and Hail Mary and stuff like that, and, you know, Catholic church, and When I went to Tiglin, it was different. I went down on a Wednesday evening and they'd have a thing called worship on a Wednesday evening. So you went to the church and they put music on, they'd be all praising God. But I walked into this building and I was saying, what the heck is going on here, you know? Turn back around and say, get me out of this place, you know? You're not allowed smoke in the place. I was smoking all the time, not allowed smoke, like, no cursing, no, just the behaviours are, it's just an amazing place, man, you know?
Yeah.
When I drove up that driveway, I felt God touching me. Right. I really did. Even though I didn't know God, didn't know who He was, I felt a peace on me, you know? Okay. When I stepped out of that van, all the lads were so welcome, all the staff, you know, I went into that centre. And from day one, man, I was just, as I said, God just renewed me. Okay. He just renewed my life, and it was a 16-month program. Okay. Done 16 months down there. I've done amazing things down there. I've done level 5 addiction studies. I've done a QQI level 7 in buying and selling market. I forget the name of it now, but I have it wrote down here. Yeah. Lean Six Sigma. Yeah. Right. Done that in IT Carlo.
Lean Six Sigma.
Yeah.
I heard that somewhere.
Yeah. It's like buying and selling. You're learning how to buy and sell things, you know. So that was really good as well. I done manual handling, first aid courses, you name it, man. I done parenting skills, which is very important for me. Very important for me. I done loads of courses.
Can I just in case I forget this question, when you talked about your suicidal moments, your dark days, what kept you alive? What was it? Because I think that might be important for people to hear.
I hadn't, even though I wanted to do it, man, I hadn't got the bottle, if you want to say, to do it. And my family are always in my head.
I think that's it there. I don't know, I'm sure you probably would have the bottle, because you're a brave lad. The work you do now shows that you have.
Yeah, exactly. And again, I'm not afraid of talking about it. So I hope this message reaches out to someone when I'm saying this.
That's where I want to say, what kept you alive?
I think family and my girlfriend.
And that's what I'm picking up.
Yeah, and my kids and stuff, you know, because it was a selfish thing for me to do at the time. But again, I wasn't thinking that at the time. My girlfriend found me one time trying to do it, you know, which, and when I think back now, it's a horrible thing for her to do, you know.
Just again, it's the blame, it's the path you were on.
If you
knew better, you'd have done better.
Yeah, it wasn't me, man. It was this addiction took over my life.
And again, it's the same with mental health, same with suicide, same with mental illness. It's your brain, it's your mind. Yeah. You are the core being. Yeah. Inside you is a soul. Yeah. And the mind then is over that. And can control that.
Them 6 inches, man. Biggest battlefield ever.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's crazy the amount of things you can think. I used to get headaches thinking that much, you know, overthinking.
I used to look at train in my head,
But again, I'll be sitting there with a big smile on my face at home and, you know, thinking of the next plan, what am I going to do next to get this and that. And while she's thinking I'm okay, I'm planning, you know.
And people can't separate them. People think they are the mind and the mind is them. They are the I in them. And the soul is in here and then the mind and just tries to keep you safe. And if dying is the best thing to do, your mind will tell you to do it.
Of course,
or if it's addiction, if it's anything
it's the enemy, man, you know, it's the enemy trying to, like, as you said, as you know, like, I'm a Christian now and I try to live a Christian life as best I can. And I believe in God, I believe in Jesus, and I believe in the enemy. And I believe the enemy was trying to take me out that time, you know. I really do believe that. And that's my faith, you know, but thank God again that he didn't, that I had the willpower and strength to go and get help.
And that strength, I believe, right, is the I, is the soul, is the spirit. That's what I see. And I see the mind as the tries to control you, but if you have a greater soul and a greater spirit, it overrides, and clearly you did. You were guided by the divine. If you want to call, I'm interested in energies, and I'm interested in God. My thing is God is love and love is God. It's all around. Right. We all have different beliefs. I think your soul is what kept you alive. You know, and if anyone's out there and then try to separate your mind from it, and if you can touch back in here, that's where the power is. That's fantastic. I love it. Tell us about your time with the program.
With Tiglin. So Tiglin it's a 16-month program, Matt, right? It's in the Wicklow Mountains, right? It's in a place called Ashford, just on the top of the mountain there. And I'd recommend if you ever get a chance to go down there and do an interview down there, and I can put you like down there. Awesome. But again, it's up in the mountains. It's in the big forestry, man. It's the peace. It's just unbelievable. There's lakes and rivers around it. But it's a 16-month program, so there's 4 phases in the program. Phase 1, induction, 5 phases. Induction, phase 1, phase 2, 3 and 4. So you step up in phases. So first phase is, there's 14 studies down there, like, about rebuilding your life. all about addiction, all different classes you go to attend them, rebuilding your confidence, all this type of stuff, you know. One-to-one counselling, key walking, like savage, but again, man, it sounds brilliant, but a lot of stuff I dealt with, you know. Stuff I didn't think I had inside me come out of me, you know, in deep counselling, like one-to-one, sitting in rooms there. I remember sitting there with sweat pouring down me and really like crying and getting stuff out of me, you know, in these little rooms down there, and coming out then and just feeling, you know, that's a weight off me. And every day it was like that constantly for 6 months. It was just hardcore counselling and key walking and doing project work duties. You do work duties down there every day. So it's all rehabilitating. You have to wear jeans all the time. You have to be respectable all the time. So it's building yourself back up. You're not allowed to go around tracks and shorts, or, you know, it's getting you ready for the world again, for if you're going for a job interview, stuff like that, you know. And each phase then you go up, you go for an interview with the manager. Kevin Burke was at the time, amazing man. You go down and you'd sit in and he'd give you a one-to-one interview to see if you're ready for your next phase. You'd have to wear a shirt, a tie, everything, you know, come with all your papers prepared. And so it was brilliant. It's not, people think treatment is just like go down and you sit somewhere. It's not. Them guys down there, like,
it's the work.
It's the work that's put
like
into
people
it.
talk. I done an interview last week, Christopher, and it's on compassion. Compassion. People think compassion is white and fluffy. Oh, it's real nice. It's not. Compassion is like what you do. You have to turn in on yourself and do the work. And in order to forgive yourself and be kind to yourself, you have to do what you just done there. Address the big problems at a subconscious level. You never knew they were there. And they unearthed them for you. You're like, fuck. But you know that was there.
Exactly.
But how can you deal with a problem if you don't see it? If you don't
become
aware?
You need to speak it out, man.
You have to be expressed. You have to express it. I done holotropic brain work and stuff come up to me from a childhood that I never knew was there. I had visuals of it and I was like, that was there. Amazing. Just like you said, it was an epiphany. It was like, it's a weight off your shoulders.
But these guys are bringing stuff out of me that I didn't know I had. You know, like each session I went on, they get me to say things that's been inside me from a young age that I just totally forgot all about. And this was coming out of me, just flowing out of me, and saying, wow. Like, and it's only when I come out around I was realising, I said, what's going on? Did they make a call or something and ask what's going on in my background or something? Because you wouldn't believe this stuff, man. The stuff they're getting out of me. But it was great for me. So as the time went on then, I loved it down there, you know. 2016, 27th of March 2016 I went in there, man, and I graduated on the 27th of, I think it was a 16-month program, forget the date now, but it was 2017, at the end of 2017 I reached phase 4. Phase 4 is where you can go out, start going home, you move down to Greystones into another big house you have, and you have your own freedom, but still you have rules, you have to give urines, you have to do all this type of stuff, you know, room checks and, you know, again, dress presentable and all this type of stuff. But my heart, I heard of this bus called the No Books Cafe that taken in one, and I was asking questions about it, and a friend of mine that was down there was telling me it's a homeless bus that drives around Dublin. So I was asking the staff down there, I said, I'd love to be able to go on to, but you have to be 6 months there before you can go out onto that bus, you know. So on the 6th, I was edging to go, loving to go. First night I went out, man, fell in love with it, you know. And before of all this, man.
Why did you fall in love with it? What was it?
I don't know, because something changed inside me, man. The love again, like, I just felt love for these people. Like, before I'd walk past these people, I'd look down on them, you know, and homeless people, I wouldn't acknowledge them. I'd say, go away, so and so.
Because it's pain reflecting back to you.
Yeah, but because when I went in there and dealt with all my stuff, and I come back out onto them streets and I seen these.
But
people,
you're not now you're looking at love and kindness. So when I tell this to people, what's inside you see outside. What's in the internal reflects your external. So now you see pain and trauma and love, and you just want to help. Before you were mirroring back to you. Oh, badness, dirt, whatever.
And I didn't acknowledge, because I tell you, I think why it was like that, man, because I think I knew I was going down that road. And I think by looking at them reminded me what I'm going to end up like. And I'm only realising this now.
100%.
You know what I mean? 100%. I could have been out there sitting in a corner with a sleeping bag on me. And with the grace of God, I'm not like. But again, the first night I went out into that bus, something just, I don't know, I just felt the lovely feeling. So being able to give back and help, you know what I mean? But it's just amazing, man. And then a guy, Tom Barra, walked in the bus. He was coordinating the bus at the time. He said, Chris, I was looking at it tonight. He said, this is made for you.
Yeah.
You know, and I needed to hear that. I needed to hear that.
Yeah.
I said, look, I'm gonna come back next week, and I kept coming back on a weekly basis, and I loved them. I loved helping people, giving people a sample, sitting down, getting down to their level on the ground with them, and having a yap with them, telling them my story, you know, to give them a bit of hope. And through that bus, I ended up coordinating that bus. Then I got the job of coordinator through the centre, which is a big responsibility, and I love doing it, you know. So when I say coordinator, it was the driver would bring the bus in, I'd go on, make sure everything's ready, get all the volunteers ready in their workstations, blah blah blah, and something like we're doing here.
Yeah.
You know, and then all the homeless people got to know me. Chris, come here, can I have a yap, can I have this, can I have that? And you look, you have some abuse as well, but you put up with that because these are broken people.
Yeah.
Broken. I
You
know
can
it's
see
broken.
beyond it.
Yeah, we see beyond it. But like at times now, the old tricks come back and I say, oh yeah, enough's enough.
Yeah.
But you have to pull yourself back and realise, okay, these people are broken. Look, they want help. You know, so
100%.
I done that bus for I think 6 or 7 months man, in town, and I loved doing it. You know, I used to do it a Wednesday, a Thursday, and a Friday night. I used to do it all the time, and then I got my wife involved doing it. Lisa, I wasn't married at the time. Like she started coming in volunteering, and again I started going to Christian church and the Liberty Church. If I don't know if you know it.
Yeah.
No,
I do. I know. Up there.
Kenny's the pastor, amazing pastor. Like. Start going there and finding new friends, new circle of friends, and the love and the kindness and everything, man. And people coming out, you know, you're a gentleman. And I wasn't used to that stuff, you know. Before I said, like, way out, I now I get all it was tough, but now I was no problem telling someone I loved them, you know. Before I used to be afraid of that word love. Didn't know what it was, man.
Yeah, we didn't grow up with that.
I used to say, I love you, bro, a few drinks, and you know, But now when I say I love someone, I mean it. I do love them, you know.
Deadly.
And I love all the homeless people, and I'll do anything for them, and that's my passion.
Can I just jump back a little bit? Who were the people or the things that were influential the most to you that got you to where you are today? Like, you know, I know you talked to, was there anyone else, anything else?
Yeah, well, for me, God first of all, right?
Right.
Number one, then me family and the Tigling staff, man. Do you mean what like when I went to treatment or when
Any standout things, like, you know, like,
yeah.
you know, like magic moments, like, you know, this was a significant one.
Yeah, well, in the centre, like a guy called Kevin Book, he just really touched my heart all the time.
And what was it about him?
I don't know what it was. He's just a lovely guy, man. You know, when I got down there first, people
Did
said,
he give you what you needed?
He gave me what I needed.
Kindness,
yeah.
acceptance,
He'd
understanding.
come over to you, be standing in the corridor and
not judged.
And he'd come over to you and he'd go like that, love you, bro. Do you know what I mean? He's saying, wow, and he'd feel, and he'd mean it, you know. You want to have a yap come into me. Things like that, you know.
I want to meet this dude.
Yeah, and I can introduce him. He's an amazing man, you know.
Deadly.
But again, he was caught in the madness himself, like many years ago. He was in the army. He's some testimony, like it's amazing. But again, this guy will come over and say, "Oh, love you, bro. Love you. Okay, Chris." You know, and I just grew a relationship with him, man. Just kept growing and growing, and he inspired me all through my program. There was many times I wanted to leave that program, man, and he'd come into me. He'd say, "Chris, if you want to go, you can go. But look at before you go, let me say this." And I'd come out of that room and I'd say, what was he thinking? You know, there was something about him, you know. He's just an amazing guy.
Deadly.
And he was one of my biggest inspirations down there, and I'll say, and all of your
that's
staff,
what I wanted to find out. So he was your inspiration.
Yeah, all of the staff, and not only that, me wife as well.
My
mother,
goes
getting calls off them saying, "We're so proud of your son for."
But in order to fully participate in this program, you have to feel secure at home. Because if you're at home and your wife is giving you grief, you were down there looking after yourself.
Yeah.
But you knew that they're all minding your counsel,
Exactly.
they're your counsel, minding your kids, minding everything to let you go and mind you.
Now, for the first month down there, man, we're not allowed to contact your family or nothing. No phone calls. So that was hard for me, man. Yeah. But again, I still felt the love, and I felt love. And all the lads down there, like some of these lads came from serious backgrounds. Yeah. You wouldn't believe this stuff. Every night we sit down upstairs at 9 o'clock and we'd have a bit of prayer and we talk about things. And then we'd have church service and lads would share their testimonies. But my God, you should.
That powerful answer.
And they're standing
around circles like that.
When they're standing there telling this testimony, you're looking, that fella didn't go through that. You just can't believe it.
Yeah.
Just see a new person.
See, that's where I get into the podcast. So we sat down with people who've had brain injuries or people who've had difficult, and they tell me, I'm going, how did you do that? And they're going, they be shrugging their shoulders and going, man, that's amazing. Yeah. So I've sat in circles like that where people reveal their life, and I'd be brought to tears because I just think you're an unbelievable human being.
Yeah, yeah.
You are to me inspirational.
Yeah.
Like hearing your story, hearing their stories, I can't get my mind around it sometimes.
But again, Matt, like in the madness, I done terrible things around this area, and I'd like to take this time now to apologise to anybody that did hurt. Back them times, and people need to understand.
I did too.
I was in the madness, and I apologise, and you know.
But who's gonna apologise to you?
Well, I'm not here for apologies, man.
But I mean, if you knew better back then, you'd have done better.
Yeah,
like you had trauma, you had difficulty. Your mum, your dad, they had like. You know, I believe that, you know, if you knew better, you'd do better.
Exactly.
You're acting out of an unconscious hurt place.
Also, again, the addiction, man, just took over me.
That trauma.
Yeah, and people say it's the friends you grew up with. No, it wasn't my friends. All the friends I grew up with were great people, and they were all caught up in the madness as well. It was all of us, so...
It's the trauma.
It's
the unconscious stuff. You were acting out of an unconscious place.
Yeah.
If you knew what was going on, you wouldn't have done that. Look at you now. Now you're aware of it.
Yeah.
And you're living your best life. Do you know what I mean?
Loving life, man.
Loving life.
Loving it.
Tell us about the work that you do here. Give us an insight to what you do here.
So I'll just tell you about I finished the bus for. So I finished the bus in
what I do.
I think it was 2018 I finished the bus, and I said, look, I need a break because I was getting a bit full on for me, because I was still, even though I was finished from Tiglin, I was still in Tiglin to get me, because I was still involved in the bus. I was walking up there. I became a staff member up in the Tiglin where I went through.
Yeah.
You know, I walked up there helping lads out, stuff like that. I walked up there for over a year. So I said, look, I need a break away from it, just to go home, spend time with my family. And so that's what I done. I decided to give the bus up and walk away from Tiglin and go home for a year or so. But when I done that, Matt, I was at home, I was loving life for a few weeks, and then it just hit me, said, no, you need to go back doing this. You can't yet. This is for you. You need to do it. So I put it aside, except down family time, started working on construction. Ended up getting married last year married now.
Congratulations.
4 kids.
Yep,
I know, love at the bits, obviously. But and then again, I was saying Fran a couple of times, Fran, you know what the work Fran does down here, man, it's amazing. You know, 40 years of work down here between him and Mary and Little Flower, all of the community around here, like. So I said, Fran, I said, you know what? I said, I'd love to be able to open a home with soup running around the area. So he said, yeah, I'll come back to you. He kept putting me off kind of, you know. So I come down to him one day and said, we actually opened the lamplighter. Even at this, for me to walk into a pub and have a drink was amazing, like, you know, sitting over there, all the family celebration. I said, Fran, look, I'm going to do this with or without you. I said, I want to open this. So we're going to do it, he said. So we come over here and had a meeting with the board in here, and they were saying, yeah, brilliant idea, brilliant. So we opened last September. We opened in the corner down here with one of these white tables.
I remember it.
We had a couple of little flasks of water and a few samples, man. And you know, that was a Thursday evening. There was me, Fran, my mother, my auntie, 4 or 5 of us, I think. And ever since then, it's just grown. Just grown. We open every Thursday and Friday. Now the numbers we weren't getting were, compared to the Tiglin bus I was feeding 200 and 300 people a night, like on the bus, like crazy. But we were getting, say, 10 to 15 people, and then as the weeks went on, getting 20, then 30, and then it just grown. The support of the community, man, it's just, like, anytime we try to go and buy something off somebody, no. So for the super on these, go, great work, great work, great work, you know, just give them back. So we're blessed with everything, like, we get donations of money, we get, like, clothes, food, you can see, I showed you all the stuff earlier, you know, out some of the money we buy sleeping bags, like we buy cups, toiletries, high visitors, whatever we need, you know, whatever we need for the homeless. So again, like, my heart was always in this and always will be in this, man. I love doing it, and Fran loves doing it. Fran has an amazing heart, you know, and I can't thank him enough. What no better person to deal with than Fran Dempsey, like, you know, so much respect and show so much love to people as well, like, genuinely. Like,
I can smell it from him.
No, and again, and Fran will tell you this, Fran got his struggles as well.
Of course.
Like, over his young fella and stuff like that, you know, and he really still struggles to this day over it, you know, but he puts the brave face on again and comes out and keeps giving back, you know, and that's what I love about him.
There's power in service.
There's power in service, there is, man, you know.
I have done a video on this, and I love it.
It's crazy, like, and the volunteers, everybody's coming towards us to volunteer. Everyone. And the volunteers themselves coming down here every morning, giving up their time, putting up with abuse. It's not the abuse someone put up out there. You know, but they still show their love. And these are people we all know, like,
yeah.
we never knew she was like that, you know, or he was like that.
Were you blown away though by the spirit within the Liberties? Did you know it was that good? Now I love it, and people in the job say to me, "Jay, you never stop talking about this place, the Liberties."
Yeah.
But I love, and I've worked down here for a long time. But I used to work in Stevens.
Yeah.
And I just love this area. But I'm just blown away, even right now in this COVID-19, the stuff that you was telling me. Were you taken back by how good it is?
I was, because I never seen this growing up, man. I always thought the Liberties was just all rob cars and this and that.
I love it.
What I'm reading in the papers today, like there's the yoke in the Herald the other day saying you walk into Dublin City, it's like Death City, like into the Liberties. And I was saying, oh, this is not like this. But I stopped for a minute and thought back. That's what I used to think, you know.
But it's just what we just said a minute ago.
Yeah.
You see what you want to see.
Yeah, you'll see what you always want to see.
Yeah,
you know?
like I see amazing things on here. I love the people. I love the area.
Yeah.
I see what I see. I might be looking through rose-tinted glass.
Yeah.
But that suits me. I love this place.
Of course.
So were you taken back with the spirit of the Liberties?
Oh, like only really in the last year or so since I started doing this, man. Like I'm getting to, I know everybody in the Liberties, but I'm talking to all the local business and all that, saying, asking me questions like, what do you do? And I'm loving it, you know, and it's all coming together. People walking by, cars pulling up every day, beeping the horns, going by, great walk, you know. Yeah. It's just, you couldn't write this stuff, like it's crazy, and you can feel the love in the community, man.
Yeah,
and I don't care what people say about the Liberties. The Liberties is an amazing place, and always will be. And it's down to everybody that lives in Liberties pulling together and doing things together and helping each other, you know, and love. I keep saying the word love because love it's a big word, man, you know. If you tell someone you love them, like, that means a lot to them, you know.
That's powerful.
It does. It's powerful. We do a walking team here around we have a trolley and we go out walking the streets as well. And we sit down, we have a couple of volunteers that come down and go into town. That's been an addiction as well. You met one of them here yesterday, I won't say his name.
Yeah.
Another amazing guy, like, changed his whole life for him.
I know you know him as a kid.
Yeah,
like,
you know.
Like I know him as a kid, and it's mad because I could tell you stories about him that I seen. He probably doesn't know I know this. Just seen him because I was little young flying around.
And then you come in here yesterday and see him folding clothes and things like that. Isn't it great? Yeah, before you walked in and see him, call the police. You would, but would you?
Look, but I was the same.
You're all like that. But again, they go out into town and they sit down with the homeless people and talk to them, and like just ask them what's going on and what can they do for them. And they might be the only person they talk to all day. They're sitting there all day. We get them sandwiches, we get them soup, whatever we can help them with, you know. But
is there any when you sit back now and you're looking at your life, you know, the journey, have you took a helicopter view and went, Jesus, where I am, where I was then, where I am now, and really give yourself a pat on the back?
Most definitely, man. You know,
I'm delighted to say that.
Money was a big power in my life, man. I always wanted to have money, right? And I never had got money. I got money. I got a claim there years ago and I blew it all in gambling and addiction.
Yeah, right? Me too.
So I always thought money was the power. You needed money to be big in the city.
Qualification,
you know?
money, status.
Yeah. So so the money part of it was really, I struggled with it, man, And then, what was the question you asked me a second ago? So I'm going off.
Yeah, probably so I keep talking to you.
Yeah.
Looking back to now, have you done a helicopter view and realised, Jesus, I have really achieved something in life? Yeah,
definitely. Because I look back, even like sitting at home, like, every night I try to do a bit of reflecting on my life and meditation, if you want to call it, and I do. I see a big change. Even though I haven't got the material things in life, like the big house, the fancy car, I'm happy. You know, I go to bed in the night time. I don't worry about anything. I don't say, oh jeez, I owe that fella money tomorrow, I owe this. You know, I can go to bed, I can sleep, I can go up in the morning with peace in my heart. I can walk down the streets.
That's rich. That's currency.
Yeah, but that's money. That's money. Before now, you look at the helicopter view, you look at me up in the morning on the phone, we got to end of this, I need that. And you'd be running around, just caught up in the madness. You know, you wouldn't be seeing the beauty, like even the trees now, man. I look at the trees and say, geez, that tree always there. But you never see it.
I just wrote a poem the other day called, I wrote a poem called Compassion. And I talked about, I hear birds singing and I see trees. I'm going, I didn't know that was
crazy.
Like, that's as my eyes are now open.
Yeah, I mean, what you're saying, that tree's there 20 years. No, it's not. Someone planted that there. But you see all these things now because you're not, your mind is not battling, your mind's not racing. We walk down the street whistling and singing and having electric scooter and flying around and singing and that, flying around the city. And just a peace of God's all over me.
That was what somebody had asked me before, like what's the whole mission of going to council and doing the work? I just says, I just want to be calm. I just want to be calm. Because my mind was madness, and people didn't know. People just thought, he's pretty cool and he just chills out, but it wasn't. It was chaos, like fucking 100%. Now I'm just like, just chilled. Do you know what I mean? What do you guys need? Is there anything that people could help you with or support, or what could people get involved?
Well, volunteer wise, we're kind of full up. We have a roster over there in the wall. I'll show you when we finish. We're full up with volunteers, but we still welcome volunteers to come. We take their name, and it's great that everybody wants to help, and we love everybody to help. But mostly, Matt, what we need is food. We're crying out for food. We're feeding. There's 120 people, probably more, coming here today, man. You know, and it's heartbreaking. We get a delivery of food. The local community are doing bingo nights for us. There's the Massey's and all the butchers. I have a big list of thanks there. I'll go through them at the end. But everybody but mainly what we need is food, man. You know, and clothes. Now when I say clothes, we put in the appeal out for clothes there a few weeks ago. And car after car after car after car pulled up, and it was amazing the amount of clothes. But again, we've nowhere to store it. So what we kind of do now is we get an order off whoever's looking for clothes, and we put the appeal out for whether it's a pair of track suits for a man, pair of runners.
Okay, that's great.
Because we haven't, rather than leave it sitting down there smelling in the bags for months and months, no one's going to use it, you know. And again, we're grateful for everybody that has donated towards and but the big cry out was food, mate. Really food. You know, it's, as I said, 120 people, and it's grown. There's people coming from Talley, there's people coming from Ballyframe, Killock. So it's not only the Liberties. People are coming this is where the Liberties, you said it's a good place. People are seeing the good being sold out of this community, and people are coming from the outskirts, getting phone calls from. There's a girl coming in from Bray next week to help us, and she's at the setting a yoke up outside the local Tesco's down there, a basket, and she has a letter on it for the homeless soup run in Dublin, Liberty soup run. People are going in, coming out of the shop and throwing bits and pieces of food in it. She's been out next week. So again, it's people like this and the community. It's mind blowing.
And this is good for business as well. You are shining a light on the good of the Liberties. People are going to come in here, see the shop, see CNN, see Stephen, see Darren's and whatever Dave's, or the butcher or other shops, and you're going to bring people back in it, because there's talk for years that we're losing people.
Of course,
so you guys, although you are a charity and you're giving food, you're bringing people in. You're bringing a positive light on the area, which is deadly.
And not only that, this place itself, Meath Street Youth Activity Centre, without this, I don't think, well, probably France will be doing their work he's doing, but this place itself, there's classes happens in the standing the other day. Okay, you can see all the stuff on the walls and all the kids do, and you know, it's savage. There's a girl, Mary Bourne, we were talking about it yesterday.
Yeah. Not the Mary Bourne that was on the X Factor.
No.
Mary Bourne. I was like, what's the crack there?
But lovely lady, she was free French classes in here for the kids and all. She was baking she only baked all the stuff live on Facebook tonight for the soup run, apple cakes for the homeless. Amazing woman. So it's, again, community spirit, and you just can't ask for more, man. You can't, you know, it's just, nearly every shop on that street helps us.
Yeah.
You know, and we go up there with money and they won't take offers.
Love it.
They'll give it to us. They'll give it to us, you know, and the good thing about when I'm going up now, I'm becoming a bit of a hit like Fran now, they're all getting to know me now. Do you know what I want to say? Oh, Chris, do you need anything, and which is great. It's a great award for me. Before, again, back in the days as an addiction, this has never happened.
Yeah, but it's lovely then. We talked about this yesterday, Christopher. Yeah. This is drip feeding back into you, saying, just reminding you, just reminding of your core being and your true value of yourself is, I actually am a good person. I have empathy, love, kindness.
Yeah,
you've always had it. You just you weren't allowed to express it. Now you are, and now through your work of service and doing your own work through God and divine and whatever you do, you're realising your true potential, your true self, and that's coming out, and you're shining like a light. Yeah. It's phenomenal to sit beside you and not blowing smoke.
No, thanks.
It's deadly. I can feel your aura and your energy. Yeah. What's the one thing you'd like people to take away from this interview after listening to you?
Well, first, before I go into that, I'll just say, I'm not perfect. I don't want people thinking I'm perfect. I still have my struggles every day. You know, I still deal with, sometimes I feel like having a drink, but I need to grab that thought, and, you know, so don't think I'm perfect. I'm far from perfect, you know.
Love it.
But what I want to get out of this interview, Matt, is put out to people, there's hope there. If there's anybody in addiction or, anybody struggling mentally, physically, come and speak to me and Fran. I have connections in treatment centres. I only got a girl into treatment there the other day. Please God, she'll be going down now when the COVID goes. But again, hope is the message, man. there's hope in the community. Even though there's corona's here, we still have hope. You know, don't give up. It says over there in the sign, if you look behind it, we can do it. You know, and we can do it, man. You know, so, and just that we love everybody at this super, and no one ever feels they're not loved. If people don't like me or people don't like Fran, we like yours, and you're more than welcome to come here and get help. Don't ever feel ashamed. We're on Facebook. Contact us. We'll help you. And we wouldn't refuse.
And it's all confidential.
It's all confidential, and we wouldn't refuse anybody, man. If someone pulled up in a Mercedes Benz and asked me for a cup of tea, I'll give it to them, because I don't know what that person's going through. We can't judge people. We can't. So again, I know Fran went live on Facebook and said a bit of things the other day about the volunteers taking stuff and all. I'm not going to get into it, but he felt he had to do it, and it touched Fran. He was nearly crying giving that interview. You know, and it was heartbreaking for him having to do that. So I'll ask, please, for everybody to keep supporting us. You know, we're here to help everybody. Come along, see the work being done. We'll show you everything what's going on, and just let us continue what we're doing, the good work, man, and keep the hope up.
And that's the one thing about this. Just, I should have probably asked you this question earlier.
You're grand.
When you talked about having difficulties in the past, your mental health, has this period, this COVID-19, this whole episode, has this given you an opportunity to show the work that you've done, to show your strength as in the work you've done on your mental health and your mind? Because you seem to be shining in all this, where other people are struggling. I'm like you, I'm shining, I'm saying, you know what, I've been through tough times, but I'm here to support you. Are you like that too?
Yeah, I am like that, 100%, man.
I'm bulletproof at the moment.
100%.
You know, not bulletproof, not perfect, but I'm saying, I feel strong in my soul that I can support people, I can be there. Because people have been saying to me, are you alright? Are you minding your little self? And I'd be like, I promise you, I am good. I'm being here for you. Are you like that too, right?
Yeah, now? I am, and the information I like to give to people, like if you come to me for help, I'd like to see the shine off me, and that if I can do it, you can do it.
I'm holding the light for you.
There's a way. Look, I don't think there's no way out. People say, I tried all this, I tried. No, you didn't try it all. You don't want to try it. Go for it. Give it another chance, till you get it, man.
Your why has to be greater than your how. Viktor Frankl talks about this. If you really want it, there's a way.
Of course there is. And I always wanted what I didn't want. I was people pleasing. I'll do it for my mother, I'll do it for her. But when I seen the goodness I was getting over, the change in me, looking in the mirror in the morning, telling yourself you love yourself, instead of looking in the mirror saying you're miserable now, And that's what I used to do, man. I look in the mirror now and say, I'm thankful to be alive, thankful for my family, thankful for this community.
Gratitude.
Great to be able to come up and help people, go home in the evenings and just live a proper normal life. You don't need money, loads of money in this world to have a happy life. You don't need fancy cars, you don't need fancy houses. Look at love and peace and survive. That's rich, man. It's rich. Isn't it?
It
is, like, it's just...
And only when you start getting it into your account, into your gratitude account or your love account, and you see that going up, you go, this is all, I don't need any money. I'm not saying I don't need money, I need money to live, and it's easier for me to say, but I live from paycheck to paycheck, but I'm not wanting for anything the way I used to be.
You don't need it, man.
My heart is full, my mind is calm, and I'm going, that's grand. Now there's days, Christopher, because I'm up and I'm down. But when you do by average, like I'll have 6 great days out of 7, or I'll have 3 weeks out of 4 weeks in a month where I'm great, and other weeks I won't. But I'm not perfect, like you said.
But even that, man, like during the night I rang Fran, and there was a lot of things going on there, like people saying things. I said, Fran, I'm washing my hands, I'm sick of it now. But for that couple of minutes, I was going back into the negativity, and then I said, what am I thinking? No. But it's just, again, it comes into your head, and
I'm going
for a drink or something, but you just have to grab that thought and think where you were and where you are now, like where you were and where you are now. You have to reflect on it. And anybody that's in recovery or like going through what I'm still going through knows about it. Like yourself, man. You know, it's hard. Every day is a battle. We're not perfect, but you know what is perfect? This community. And I really think it is.
I love this place. I just love this place.
It's a great place to grow up in, and I'm up in Fattyman Mansions there. Even up there, like the whole lot of Dublin 8 area is just fantastic. And people take the liberties. People take the badness out all the time, man. They never see the goodness. Like,
well, look, I'll ask people to have a look at yourself, wherever you look out as a reflection in your mind. If you look where you'll see it.
Yeah, and please, if anybody wants to talk to me, anybody looking for help, if I can help in any way, man, I'm here. Fran is here, the centre's here. There's loads of people here, there's volunteers here that's gone through what I went through. So there's loads of help here. Contact us, ask us for help. We'll give you the help.
Yeah, confidential.
Confidential, man.
let's give a shout out to your
Yeah,
sponsors.
please,
Let's give a shout out to
of a big list here, man.
This is like the Grammys or the Oscars. I want to thank you, man.
No, so it's just a couple of like people that, so Dale's in Thomas Street, Tesco's in Thomas Street, Catherine's Bakery, Catherine's Cafe, Stephen's Butchers, Noel's Deli, Henry on the stall there in May Street, Tommy beside him on the other stall, Massey's Funeral, O'Dwyer and Sons, and this is a big one, the people in the Liberties and beyond the Liberties, Matt, because without these people, this wouldn't be happening. And I'm not blowing smoke around, but it's true. Without these, it wouldn't happen, you know. And it's great people in the community. Thank you all for that. There's two guys, Pat and Frank from Selbridge. We have two guys in Selbridge, and the community of Selbridge are supporters as well. Give us amazing food, clothes, everything as well. So big shout out to them as well. Mary Bourne, the legend we were talking about a few minutes ago. Young Mary, for all her baking and cooking she does. The Little Flower, obviously, great support and amazing work. Big shout out to them. This place, Mead Street Youth Activity Centre, for letting us use the facilities and coming on board with us and supporting us in this super room. You know, I can't thank them enough. And it's not like, I know we at the start said I'm the co-founder. The whole community co-founders. We're all in this together. There's no bosses here. We're all volunteers. We're all giving our time. You know, so we're all working together. Me and Fran probably organise a bit of stuff coming in. We're all together, man. You know, we're all together. So a big shout out to this place for letting us use the facilities, and C&M Butchers, also, and most of all volunteers. Our volunteers that's giving the time up every single day. Without these guys, we can't do it.
I'm sure there's people in there you've forgotten.
There's loads of people. Listen, and
Jane's hairdressers across the way.
Jane's, yeah.
Like, I know she gave you vouchers.
She gave us vouchers.
She's my mate's cousin,
so
that's
right.
I have to throw her in there.
No, you're right. And look at Matt, the list will go on and on and on, but everybody knows who they are.
I'm sure there's tons of people.
There's loads
so if you forgot anybody, I'm sure
like,
you
there's
appreciate it.
There's a girl in Fatima Manchester now actually doing a raffle for us tonight, cake sale, and she's on the bonus ball tomorrow, and she's raising money for that. Tony, her name is. Again, Jane is a big part. She only dropped down clothes as well yesterday. Sorry for forgetting you, Jane. But also, there's Matt, look, there's loads of people, and look, I'll send you on a list when you are.
All this will go up on the show notes.
We'll thank everybody.
You just send me over the list. If you haven't said it now, we'll put it in the show notes. We put it on our website, iTunes, YouTube, all that kind of stuff.
But again, Matt, just put that message of hope out there for people, and just hopefully we can help a lot of people.
Hopefully, you're already doing
that. Yeah, well, we are doing it. We are.
Christopher, thanks very much.
No,
I did again. I love when I do an interview and not know what I'm going to get, because this idea just popped into my head.
Well, I hope you're happy.
When I jump on, I'm delighted. I'll get to that.
Good.
I interviewed Fran, that little jumped in on interview.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah.
And he said to me, Christopher, and I went away thinking, Christopher, there must be a story.
I seen your message. I said no.
And I didn't think it'd be this good. When I interviewed young Anthony Freeman again, I didn't know his story would be as good. Same. I get nothing but love and kindness from you. And people say, you just say that to everyone. No, I only say it to the people that I sit with.
Yeah.
And if I don't sit with you, then obviously it's not, you know. And I don't mean, I'm not judging. I'm just saying, I'm genuinely sitting there and I feel the energy and I feel love and kindness, like goodness from you.
Yeah.
And I'm blown away of your story. I'm looking at your story now, going, fuck.
Yeah.
Then now.
Yeah.
And just where you're going to be in the future. Oh, it's savage.
Well, not only that, people might be looking, Matt, before we go, people might be looking now and haven't seen me in years, like, he's an hour and so and so. But I want people to know I've changed. I'm a changed person. I'm a changed person.
When people think they look back in the old you, you're not that person anymore.
I'm not that. The old is gone. I'm a new person. And look at, since I come out of recovery, I made one little sip. I had a Stags, man. I had a couple of drinks, which is okay. I put myself back up over it. So just to put that out there as well, like, I'm not perfect.
We've all done it.
But I'm still battling on, and I'm still fighting in the community, and I'm still, and I'm loving doing this. And thanks, man.
You're not the same person you were yesterday. You're not the same person you were the day before. Your skin changes. Your body changes. You're not that little kid anymore. You're not that kid anymore. You, as Muhammad Ali says, if you haven't changed, you haven't learned.
True.
You know, you learn. It's growth. You know.
Every day is learning, man.
Yeah.
I learn something new every single day. Believe me, every day.
I was a little bollocks growing up. You know.
I still are.
I'm just a bigger one. But I didn't know I had the troubles that I had, but I do now, and that's where I can see little kids or men struggling. I know what it feels like. Yeah. So look, people have that judgment, so it's like whatever. I know I've changed. I know you've changed.
Yeah,
I can feel good.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah.
We are the language that we say. You talk love, kindness, empathy, compassion, minding people.
Yeah.
That's what you are now.
Yeah.
We are what we do and say repeatedly.
Yeah.
You didn't say that years ago. They wouldn't have heard you saying love and hugs and nice things back then. That's what that other fella used to say.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? So listen to what I say now. That's who I am.
Now, and we're going to go out here now, Matt, and feed 120 people, and I'm excited about it. Me and Frank come over here and we race each other over here. Steve gets here first in the morning, you know. We're out here, we're excited, we're buzzing.
I hope you beat him because you're the young lad.
Well, I bet him this morning. The last couple of mornings, he's getting lazy in his old age, you know.
He's putting on his lead stuff. Statement.
But I just want to give another couple of people a shout out, Matt. Fran's wife Michelle, she's an awful in the background as well.
And Matt. Big T.
Big
Tasty.
Big Tasty, yeah. But Michelle, she's an awful, and I never mention her, you know.
Yeah.
There's another girl, Nicola Lawless, that goes down volunteer. She's an awful at driving first. And again, I'll send you on a list.
Yeah, we'll throw all her names up. I will.
And again, Matt, look at you're an amazing guy yourself.
Thanks very much, I appreciate that. Legend. Guys, thanks very much for watching. Please share this interview with people. You know, subscribe. We're on iTunes, we're on YouTube, we're on all the podcast servers. Shout out to Noel Reilly, Rooney Graphics, Rooney Media. Shannon's Hopeline do amazing work in the area. They have a GoFundMe page. Check them out. Yeah. Please support your local area. Please support the Liberties. If this inspired you to come in, shop at the local butchers, CNN, Stevens, Darren's, Henry's, there's tons of love and kindness in the area and bargains. It's a great place. Shout out to Andy, me co-worker on the podcast, Liberties Photos. He's changing his name at the moment. So it's libertiesphotos.ie. Check him out if you want any pictures, any work done around graphics or design. He's your man as well. Who else? The Liberties, everybody, just shout out. Thanks very much. And as always, mind your little self. We're on Facebook as well. We're on Instagram. We're on LinkedIn. We're all over. Check us out. Share our work. Our role is, and our heart brand is, the stories that have the power to inspire. We bring you stories like Christopher's and other people's, and I tell you my stories and my vulnerabilities in order for you to be inspired, so you can make change in life, and you can help other people. And that's the whole. We're trying to create this ripple effect of love and kindness. That'll do, won't it?
Super, man.
Mind your little self. Up the Liberties. Mind your little self. Take care. Bye bye.